About 2 billion people across the world consume liquor. A small percentage of those fall into the category of excess. But whether you drink a little or you drink a lot, every drop of liquor tells a different story.
They got a lot of ones. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode, man. I would say the Whiskey Wonders podcast, but I think this is a little collab today.
Gotta be a collaboration.
Wydoe's in the building.
We're in there.
What's up, brother?
Appreciate
Actually, we're in Wydoe's building, I think, man.
Listen, we are live from the FWMB Studios, home of the Wydoe podcast, but I'm honored to have these boys pull up, man. Whiskey Wonders. I'm not a huge drinker, but we got to get right.
Hey, man, you know what? How many people
then.
come on the show and don't drink that we kind of just get a little tipsy? It's fun to see them loosen up a little bit sometimes, you know. If you don't do it every now and then, it's a treat.
But what I like, bro, but I noticed you guys are legit whiskey connoisseurs, bro. You guys aren't just out here getting fucked up. You know what's in it.
We like to think we're doing both.
Numbers, the percentages. So I want to learn from you guys. I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much.
There's a little bit of everything that goes in it. Like, I started pretty much just liking whiskey. And
that's all it takes.
Jack Daniels, you know what I mean? And then just
we don't have problems. We don't have problems. It's fine. You know, we're cool.
Yeah, then just started getting learning from other people. We've had a couple people on, if you watch the show, that kind of taught us, really, you know what I mean? And we didn't necessarily come into this as connoisseurs, you know what I mean? We kind of
this is like
the game.
I like to think that we're like you ever see the show Hot Ones with Sean Evans? We're like him with hot sauce. Like we're just getting used to different types of whiskey.
Whiskey's hot now.
We're drinking some Sazerac. I will say
it's
today,
this guy's favorite right here.
This is my favorite, Sazerac Rye. It's a straight rye whiskey, 45% by volume, 90 proof. It's a pretty strong, but it's just good. Like, you can sip it just regular, and
we mix it with
you don't
Sprite.
Make the whiskey face, you know what I mean?
No whiskey face.
You know?
I appreciate that. and let me ask you all this. Is there levels between if it's room temperature, ice cold?
Yeah. We've learned like a little bit. Certain whiskeys is like are really good on ice. You know, like because the water, like a drop of water, will change the whole flavor profile of it. And I personally like it cold. Like even at bars when I get it, I would like it chilled. But if it's not, I'll take it. But something about it cold, it does make it smoother. But a lot of people will like say, no, it's about the mellow flavor of it being warm type shit. I'm like,
man, when it's cold to me, I feel so much thicker. You guys ever?
Yeah, he doesn't like it cold.
Like, okay.
It's like you ever put like a liquor in the freezer and you come back and drink. Doesn't it seem thicker?
That's usually always the way I drink it, just straight in the freezer. In my opinion, I'm like, it's just less of a punch in the face. You know, it's like a slap, and then I feel good afterwards. When it's warm temperature,
it's almost like refreshing, and then it'll still.
It does, and especially when you're older, you get a little indigestion sometimes. You know, I don't know about it. I'm getting up there.
A little bit.
Man, I seen you're buzzing out here lately, huh?
Sure, definitely trying. Wydoe podcast is jumping. You know, I kind of try to go everywhere. Like, where's Waldo? Where's Wydoe? You might see me on the Oceanside, Riverside, at a Rise of a Warrior event.
Yeah,
you guys know we're all out there.
I did see on your Instagram. You did a fucking podcast on a boat.
On the boat
that
with
is,
a doctor on his boat, his yacht.
Yeah, right. That
cool.
That was awesome. I was like, dude, this guy is the epitome of like Florida podcasting. Like, I'll come to your boat, man. Hell yeah. Let's fucking do it.
To be honest, the only reason I started, because I used to make music a lot. Wydoe was originally a rapper and artist. I'm speaking about myself, but
right.
I saw what that is, talking to some labels, saw what the realities of that game is. It's just not for me. And my whole point of making music was to get a platform, to get a voice, to be able to speak to people my
That's
age.
dope. Yeah.
To be the voice I wish I could have heard. So when podcast blew up, I was like, all right, I'm just going to jump right into that lane. Only the real.
It's it was kind of same for me. Like, it was kind of a high idea, really. You know what I mean? Like, I like talking.
High idea.
And I'm just,
I like
you
that.
know, I like shit talking with my friends. I like, and the name really sold it for me. I thought of Whiskey Wonders just kind of stoned one day. And I was like, man, I like whiskey, and it's a good idea to just get some people around and feed them whiskey. And
it's
kind of what comes out, you know what I mean? Because some truth and some a little bit behind things come out, you know.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of people on the show that probably, you know, wouldn't have said and done some things that they would have without the liquid courage.
That's for sure. It definitely, and that's what's
I love
fun.
you guys' show, man. Whiskey Wonder. I've seen the top T-Line episode, Best Believe, obviously. Cody Maitland, shout out.
Yeah.
Anytime Zach Rowe's on there, man. You guys, because I got to just got to hone in right here. Okay, Corey Bowser, Zach Rowe, these guys. Guinea Man. I used to look up to y'all, bro. I was a skateboarder.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I came up Lawnwood. Okay, Skate City.
I
back in
remember.
the days,
Yeah, I remember.
okay?
I was gonna say. I remember coming in the undercover shop and stuff like that.
Right?
Yeah.
That's right. We were the Vert boys. Me and Cody Maitland were the Vert skaters. Shout out to Brandon White as well. But do you still skate?
I do,
Part of your
man.
life? 'Cause, bro, you were a legend, bro.
Not as much as I want to. You know, as you get older, it hurts a lot more. But you know, I'd like to say
It hurts a lot
I'm probably
more,
making
yeah.
excuses, man. I need to get out there on the board and do it more. To be honest,
You know what it is? You know what it is? Especially like, I'm not saying our age, like we're old, but it's like shit, like having a job and stuff like that. Like, can you imagine if like you missed like work on workers' comp because like you try to kickflip down a 7-stair now? Like, what are you doing?
Right. You
It's
gotta
like
explain
7
that.
stairs for me.
It's kind of like if you played football in high school and then like at 30 you realize that guy was a pussy. You're like, I'm gonna try out. I was like, I don't think you should do that, man. You haven't played in 11 years.
Man, you want to stretch that calf out for a while
Right?
first, man.
I could just imagine you like ollie in like manual curve, like pretty clean, steezy little tray flip after, and then just like in the truck, like, ooh, I gotta stop and get some
And that's
icy
what it
hot.
was. Like, I'll have back in the day, you know, like you'll have a 3-4 hour skate day. They don't know some of this cardio behind skateboarding. We don't go skate for an hour, you know.
Yeah.
And you do an hour of cardio, work out. You think, do we skate for 5 to 8 hours?
The very first time I ever went skateboarding, like with friends, because I only skated in my driveway, and I finally went on the very first skate session. They wanted to come. They lived all in, fucking Gatlin, all those far places, and I was like, we'll go skate Fort Pierce. I know all the spots. I'm from here. Right. And then our parents just dropped us off, and they just started skating from not where we dropped off. I was like, why do we get dropped off here if we're not going to skate right here? And I did not know there was so much skating in between skating. And I was like,
yeah, you got to skate different spots. As you know, you want to get different clips.
There was one point I just stopped skating and started walking. And they're like, you literally are going slower because you can't skate. I was like, dude, I'm
where's
done.
Cory? He's at the gas station, man. We left him at the gas station.
They would
Subway at that gas station. And that was back when $5 footlongs were a thing.
Couldn't beat it. Them cookies.
One time I went there.
So good, man.
I tried to get a cup of water one time, and they wouldn't give it to me because I didn't have any money, and like I had to buy
homeless
it.
With the
I
hairstyle,
was a kid. I was a fat kid. I was like, please just give me water. I'm skating with some friends, and they left me. I'm so tired. I need water. And then she was like trying to charge me for the cup or something. I had no money, man. I was a fucking. I was like in 8th grade,
To go out and just do like a heckle for somebody. Let me get a quarter.
I should have. I didn't know. I just looked at her. I was like, please just give me some water. I'm going to leave. I'm not going to hang out here. I'm a kid. Like, I was like, literally had to be like 7th, 8th grade. I probably looked like I ate an 8th grader, but they're like,
dude,
give this
South
kid water.
Florida, man, like, you got to watch out, You don't just let everybody in your establishment. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but that's weird, too. Like, can I have a cup of water and I'll leave? Like,
I mean, listen, you'll get jumped in a gym, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
The Tekashi.
The bathroom.
In West Palm Beach.
Jumped in the bathroom. I see what you did there.
The dude just got out of prison like a month later,
a
month earlier.
The dude jumped him?
Why did he jump
Just
him?
got from like 8-year bid in prison.
For clout or something.
Got to hold down the reel, you know what I'm saying?
It was his first thing to do.
What would you have done if you walked in there?
And
like you walked in, you see Tekashi 6ix9ine getting jumped, you see 3 dudes on him. What do you do?
Oh, man.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what I do. If I'm at LA Fitness, I really want to go hoop. I might go outside and look to see, what girls are coming out the girls' bathroom to see what kind of baddies we got down there. I don't give a fuck about 6ix9ine. I don't give a fuck about the camera.
No.
I'll tell you this. If I'd have seen him beforehand, I'll be honest with you, because at the end of the day, I'm a realist. IST, not EST. I'm just a real life guy. So I would have been like, man, why the fuck you in here by yourself?
Yeah.
You know what you're worth. I don't care you parked in the handicap with that. You know what you're I would have just given him a little notice. Like, hey, bro, but you're here at this time by yourself. A big part of my life is basketball. I dedicated more than half of it to it. I'm definitely a hooper. I can say that. I appreciate you. I came up at Sportsman's Park, at Lingate, at the hood parks, and that's where the best players were at. I was only the only white boy, which is a benefit for me. I got a little clout. Don't call me cracker. We're fighting, but white boys are respect. White boys like, okay. Yeah. But seeing that, I've seen the dope boys. I've seen the OGs. I've seen the hoopers. And if you're a hooper, people like that, real ones in the hood, will take care of you. Hey, man, you're not around this because you're going there.
The thing about my dad always used to say is the thing is you can never stop learning. You know what I'm saying? There's not, even just because you're out of school or out of college or whatever, you can still learn something every day. And especially like the way technology and social media, everything is like you have to learn. You either learn or you sink. My mom doesn't even know what Zelle is. Wow. And it's such a burden because it's like, it's like this is how it is. This is how it's going to be. I feel like paper money is going to be gone one day, and it's all about what number do you have on your device. You know,
I mean,
like crazy
if
shit.
You're doing some stuff nowadays. I was at the farmers market the other day here in Fort Pierce.
I was at the
I go there.
I went to the farmers market.
Thank you.
Restaurant.
Saturday morning, I go with my
You
my
just
kid
sounded
and my
like
dogs and everything.
You just sounded like a 60-year-old dude right
a
now. It's
fucking
like
grown up.
I went to the farmers market.
Forward to the
A
farmers
motherfucking
market.
grown up, okay? And
I hope they have fresh basil.
I get my shit, and but
What did you buy at the farmers market?
There was I mean, I bought sunflowers for my mom. I bought some flowers for my girl. I bought
flowers.
Lemonade at Arnold Palmer. That shit's fire.
Yes, sir.
I got some donuts. What else I get?
Donuts.
Shit, you want to?
I was expecting
I get these little Burt's Bees wax candles that they make into figures.
Man, you have not yet say anything about a produce at
Anyway,
all.
fuck it. But
I want to know if you want candles.
What I was getting at is there's old people they're like, hey, you got Zelle? I was paying with Zelle all day. I said, this is beautiful. Like, I'll do this all day, you know what I mean? Because it's straight. And then
Cash App, any Venmo, any of those, man.
I mean,
Venmo,
this is
Apple
an
Pay.
easy fucking
Apple Pay.
thing, man.
So it's not like there's a lot of these places don't even need cash transactions. What I'm
I don't
saying,
want to carry a wallet.
Yeah,
You know
you're
what
not
I mean?
supposed
If
to.
I could literally just carry the phone, you know what I mean?
And have all your cards on there, have all your music on there.
Right.
You can have a camera to take self photographs, all that stuff, man.
Do you wear the fanny pack?
I don't wear no fanny pack. I don't have
The
no
cross-
Apple Watch.
the
I'm
crossband?
I'm on iOS like 5. I'm one of them guys that I don't want to move too fast. I want to
Okay,
move
I got
correct.
you.
That's what everyone says. Like
I wanted to move too fast.
I want to move correct.
just goes correct. You know, you
What
can
if I
take
don't have Wi-Fi? They can't accept my Zelle?
right
What do you mean there's a storm out?
Yeah. I mean, cash is king always. I mean, you know.
right now.
I want
but
to ask y'all some
I don't
questions,
know.
man. Shout out to y'all, Whiskey Wonders Podcast, having me on. I'm just the Wydoe Show. I'm just a fan of asking questions. I've always been. I'm an amateur philosopher. Took philosophy in college. Shout out. I dropped that after. I just wanted to play basketball. Anyway, I love to ask questions, so we're just gonna bounce around questions to each other if y'all don't mind. I believe you guys are over 100 episodes. Is that correct? How many episodes have you guys done on the Whiskey Wonder Show total?
I want to say over 100.
I think it's really close. I think I looked today. I want to
discography though. We don't have.
I think it's like 94. It's close. And I know we've done more than 100.
We've done a lot, but there's some we have not put out.
Well, I want to ask, because anything that you do 94 or 100 times consistently is credit to you. You know, it's hard to do that.
We are getting good at setting up and everything.
What's the one thing or two things that you guys have learned episode 94 to 1?
Man, there's been a lot.
Try not to drink as much in the beginning.
That's definitely number one.
As a rapper, people think going to the studio, you're just going to get fucked up and just be chilling.
That's what we thought in the beginning.
I don't even want to say that we've learned it either.
No, because
you're working out how to transition with it.
We haven't really learned
the thing is when we first started, we were drinking whiskey and chasing it with beer, and we'd do that for like an hour and a half. Our first podcast were like hours, and then we dudded it down to like hours and a half. And now we're responsible. We're like, all right, let's just do 15, 20 minutes. Well, if we have a half a bottle left, we got a good buzz.
I would say definitely we've learned to shorten them. And we've definitely learned to the
listen
business
more.
side of things too. A lot, man. A lot of people don't realize what goes behind podcasting, and if you don't have the time to put into it, then it's probably not your thing. Or don't have a team. You know, you need a team. That's pretty much what I've learned a lot.
Yeah,
you know,
that's another cool thing I've learned is that you can meet a lot of cool
Reagan
people.
the Realist.
Reagan the Realist, dude. I met him. He's like a stepbrother to me almost. Like I don't know him that well. I only know him from him. But like fucking, I love that guy. If I was getting married, he would be invited to my wedding. No problem. He'd get the STD, the save the date. You know.
Okay. That's it. You like that pause real quick? Another one I got, bro. Cory, I'm gonna let you go, but I got one for you, brother. I don't have any kids. I'm out here looking for love. I got to find the right one to build an empire with.
You
got
will,
a kid,
you will.
brother. 5 years old, I believe. We're just about to turn 5. Is that true?
She's 5, yeah.
Congrats, brother.
Thank you.
As I asked you this at the show, I want to ask you again. When you had a kid, because now we're a little bit, we were lit, brother.
Yeah,
that was the end of the fight. Did life slow down for you, or did it speed up after having a child?
Man.
Oh,
I
man, on the
I would
spot.
actually probably say speed up. I think that comes with age. You know what I mean? Getting older, I think life just seems like it's speeding up a lot. But
do you ever see her grow up and wish it would slow down?
every day.
Yeah.
Every day, man. Yeah, she's even now. I love it because she's become like my best friend. The shit is hilarious. I mean, like if anyone is a fan of the show, they've had a podcast of I did like a little.
He did like a 9-minute segment with his daughter, and it's recently it's pretty down the catalog, but
it's called
it's a cute
Daddy's Best Friend or something. Go if you
it's a cute little show.
Everyone knows, yeah. So we just kick it, man, and she's funny, she's smart, so it definitely did speed up. But like I said, I think I don't think it was the kid. I think it was pretty much just becoming 28, 29, getting in your 30s, and the years just start going fast, man.
And last one I got on the chill. You got any kids, Cory, or no?
Nah, I'm good on that one.
We're just tricking on Cory right here.
Cool, yeah.
I want to ask, how important is it? Because I think how you grow up, how you're raised, shapes you. What you went through, what you didn't have. How important is it to either give your kid what you didn't have, or not let them go through what you went through? Or should you let them go? It's a hard balance. I've seen the rich people not let their kids go through it, and they end up being spoiled fucks.
You might have to take a pull of that bottle for that one, huh?
Damn, good question, huh? So I struggle with that a lot because of my upbringing was a little different. I was more like a very heavy-sided, ruthless upbringing, I guess, but it built me to be a good man. You know what I mean? So that side of it, I keep that in mind, but also I have a daughter, and that's my baby girl. So I try to keep a fine line in between, when I have to be assertive and I guess the dad, and it's kind of crazy. Everyone on the show knows that I co-parent, so it's like 50-50. So it's just me. So I'm still learning, man. It's a fucking learning curve, and like you said earlier, you just never stop learning. I've met 50-year-old men that know less than me, in my opinion, in certain situations. And I've learned that I've talked to 23, 25-year-olds that are very intuitive, man, and got a good head on their shoulders. And I've learned some shit from them. You know what I mean? So
I asked that cardiologist after school, that's 8 years, all this shit. Doctor, did you ever stop learning? He said, not ever.
It's all about experience, man. Like, you might have a doctorate but not experience something like psychologically that someone else hasn't, and even it comes down to parenting, man. Really, that's really what it boils down to. Back to parenting, man. Like, I never had a dad, so I don't know. That was big for me. So like, I have to be the best dad, Right. Fuck that bullshit. Fuck, my dad left my mom at 16, like, never. So now I'm like total opposite. Like, I have to be like extra about it. I think that maybe is where I'm at.
That's a good point. You can't be mad at that. Yeah.
Yeah, man, deep. We went deep there.
It was deep.
I like it though.
That's just kind of where I go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that, man.
I can't speak. I used to be in speech class from like my S's.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't say S. I couldn't say,
you
like,
can't tell now, brother. Cannot tell.
Shaven soccer field, like a.
Cannot tell.
Hey, don't stop if you're down bad, baby. You can get better. Let's go.
Look,
kindergarten twice.
Always improve yourself.
Here's guys. How do you like the Sazerac? It's smooth for just like a 90 proof. We haven't mixed it with nothing. I asked him to just sip it straight and.
I mixed mine with Sprite, man.
I like it straight. Before. If I don't have
no
like
ice
said,
or even
the whiskey face, I'm solid.
Normally even Jack and some of those like Irish whiskeys are.
The first shot always sucks. Yeah. I'm on maybe 2, 3, 4 right now. I can't taste much, but it tastes awesome.
It gets it.
No matter what. Have you ever had a whiskey bottle, shot 1 tastes good? Please don't lie to me.
I do.
4 Roses.
First shot.
I do like whiskey. You're talking to a guy who kind of likes whiskey. So, if it is like, I'll do it correctly. Like if I come home and I'm only gonna have 1 or 2 drinks, I'll pour it correctly and I'll put like 1 ice cube, let it sit for long enough to where I want to pull it. Right to where it's nice, and then But no, if you just get home and you pull the fucking bottle off the thing, you had a bad day, and you sip, it does not taste good.
Yeah, the first one, the first sip.
Second segment, second pour, man. You just lit up the damn backwoods, huh?
Yeah,
Right back to the Whiskey Wonders podcast.
You backward guy.
Second segment.
What's up? What's up, segment?
Second segment.
The second segment. See,
this man got a bolo on today, dude. Look at this.
I put a bolo on. I had to look pretty for the podcast. You guys told me it was visual.
You with your mullet and the bolo and the fucking shirt, man.
I used my leave-in conditioner. Look at these curls, man.
I just want to ask, dog, who motivated to get the mullet? Was it all you? Because it's a thing now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who's the motivation?
You know what it was? It was, for a while, I always wanted to have long hair when I was a kid. and I just couldn't do it. You know, my dad kept calling me a pussy, so I didn't want to do that anymore. And then finally, like, I needed a reason to grow it, and I figured I'm gonna donate it. I'm gonna donate my hair. So I grew it the very first time, grew it all because I didn't know what I was doing. I wore hats. I had to go through the goofy stage. You got to wear hats to do the goofy stage, you know. Cory is constantly in the goofy stage right now, so he's always wearing hats. It's all right though. We love him. We love him. But then I did that. I donated it because, you know, I was like, cut it all around the sides and just left the top. That's when I realized my hair was thinning. And I was like, this doesn't look good.
Now you in my world, dog.
It's still growing. It's just thinning. It was just thin. I don't have thick hair. It's growing, but it's just thin. My hair's like an Asian
That's what
man.
happens to everybody. Everybody's hair keeps growing. It just thins out.
It's kind of like, do you watch football? George Kittle for the tight. It's like his haircut, but his was longer and thicker.
Isn't
than
Kittle
mine.
like the swaggiest dude or whatever?
That's Travis Kelce.
Oh, Kelce, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Kelce.
yeah. But the other, they're both good in fantasy, except Kittle this year. But then the third time I did it, so I cut that off. And the third time I was like, what hairstyle am I going to do now? And I was like, I was watching old wrestling videos of like how Shawn Michaels was a badass, you know? And that was the hot thing. And I was like, I'm going to do a mullet. Why not? You know, and I didn't know what I was doing because I feel like you can keep the top long, you get everything. And honestly, I understand why people do it, you know? Like a headbang and hair won't get in my face now.
Right.
Like
It works for you though, man.
it comes out, you know. It's like, but I do now. I'm to the point where I'm going to cut it and donate it again, but I want to wait for it to get a little longer so I can cut it and get right back into the mullet. I still want to have a little swag at the back, you know.
A swag in the back.
Yeah, because that's how it started. That's how it started.
But then you mix it with the bolo and the checkered shirt. You kind of look like you should be on Yellowstone right now.
I know, right? I know. It's a weird image I'm going through.
I'm rocking with it, dog.
It's like people play Morgan Wallen in the bar, and they're like, "Yeah, you like this," and I was like, "Why? Because I look like this. I have to like country. This is stereotyping, and I don't like it. Stop doing it."
You know what? And
I will gritty in that bar to a Young Jeezy song.
I thought you were gonna say you were gritty to Morgan Wallen. I was like,
no, I don't.
That'd be fun.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm gonna say I don't know about this. People might hate me, but I'm not a Morgan Wallen fan. Well, I guess I wasn't, or I am not still. But I'll tell the story why. I like hear the hype about him, right? And then like I don't know if you like him or whatever. I listened to. I guess
he has that song "Whiskey
album.
Glasses."
Like a new album came out, and I like fuck it, you know. I'm gonna give it a shot, dude. I listened to it on, I listened in front like on Spotify. I was like 4/5 song. I'm like, I just wasn't.
4/5 of the song.
I don't see it.
Wait. Did you say 4/5?
I was ready for something catchy. I was ready for something catchy. I just don't think it hit me, man. I'm not seeing the Morgan Wallen thing.
Did you say 4/5 of the song though? You listen to 4/5 of one song?
4 or 5 songs.
Oh, 4 or 5 songs.
What's the cool?
Hey,
what's the song?
Whiskey Wonders. We're thinking fifths out here.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought. I thought he was measuring songs in fifths.
I did like the Broadway girls with Lil Durk.
So that's the one that he's hyped on, right? Or everybody's like, yeah,
that one and Whiskey Glasses. People really like that one.
Yeah, I guess a whiskey glass.
See, you know it already.
Okay, that one's kind of cool, but I'm like,
and there's a lot of songs that I didn't even know it was Morgan Wallen.
Yes, that's how I feel about all country. Right. They're like, I'm like, who's Luke Combs? Because I've got this at the bar. They're like, you look like a combination of Luke Combs and Morgan Wallen, and I hate that. I'm like, what? And so I had to,
that's what you look like?
But like that's what people have told me. I'm like, because I have a mullet and I'm fat like Luke Combs, I guess. So they just they put them together, and I hate it. And then there would be a Luke Combs songs come on. They're like, this is Luke Combs. I'm like, this is Luke Combs.
And I tolerate country. I like it a little bit. I'm more of like.
I mean, it's down here. If
my dad, like I said, I've grown up as a full-time hunter and shit. All I know is country.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know,
I like the real ones. Hank Williams Jr.
Right. I like outlaw country. That one's cool. It's because it's like bluesy. It's more like it's not sold out.
Man, so you give me fucking real ones.
Yeah.
You grew up on hunting and shit like that. What got you into basketball?
Now you're good. Middle school, Southern Oaks, shout out.
I went to Southern Oaks, man.
My dad was a professional skateboarder in the 70s.
Oh wow, really?
One of the best in Florida. Yeah.
You know what? I did some trying to look up some stuff. I did not get that far, huh?
I applied to get him into the skateboarding Hall of Fame too, and I'm waiting on that because he is one of the legends.
What's his name?
Mark Springer.
Mark Spring.
Yeah.
I have heard of that.
Like all the legends of Florida will know him. He was friends with Rodney Mullen back in the day when Rodney was 13.
That's like when it was just flat, like no ramps or nothing.
He was in the first birthdays.
I have heard of that.
Mark Lake.
Mark Lake is my first sponsor ever on a skateboard. Lake Skateboards.
Still going to this day. Still making boards this day.
Yeah, that was my first skate and my only actually board sponsor.
Big though, bro. Congrats.
Yeah, I was hyped.
Alan Gill fan, invented the ollie hop. My dad's friends with him, knew all those guys. And then he just had he had a point, and I use this a lot. His parents, he wanted to go to California because skateboarding wasn't big at that point.
Right, exactly.
Pre-Tony Hawk. This is Tony Alva days.
Yeah.
It wasn't really big yet. And so but there was a huge magazine in California that wanted him to come out and shoot a full spread, but his parents wouldn't send him. Damn. They don't have the money to send you. You're in a fucking skateboard magazine.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't
It's a
go.
freaking degenerate sport.
Tore all his ligaments out of his ankle and just gave it up and quit from there. So I always use that in reference. Here we go, move forward. Basketball. When I've had something where I'm like, man, I just need, just believe in me. Just believe in me. And I know that, in my opinion, Dad, if your parents would have believed in you, you probably would have made it.
Right.
I might not have been here. You might have been
True.
the next level. But I always hone in on that. So I was skateboarding big time in middle school with Cody, Brandon. I was amateur level, getting pretty good, looking up to guys like you. But I was a vert guy. I was shredding a fucking vert range 13.
And that's totally different talent, too.
Totally
it's
different
fucking.
world.
Yeah, definitely.
And I got to a point, dog, where I was also playing basketball in middle school because that's what all the kids did. There was no skate team.
Right,
There was
yeah,
the basketball
exactly.
team. And I was like, okay, there's maybe a handful of skateboarders in the world at that time making real money. P-Rod, Tony Hawk.
And still not that many that make,
Right,
you know,
Sheckler. Yeah, you used to be fucking Sheckler Jr., in my opinion. But there was only a few making generational money, living well off of it.
Right.
Other people were pro skateboarders living that life, but it was a tough life.
It is a tough life. Even, I mean,
life.
there's a lot of tough. Well, we've had Clyde Singleton on the show.
Come on now.
And man,
Yeah.
you know, he's by all means not living a tough life, but you don't realize some of these skaters go through a pro life, and you think that it's glorified in this life that it's not. You know,
Like Ryan Sheckler made most of his money from MTV. You know,
That's
just
right.
same
Well,
thing
then,
Rob
then
Dyrdek.
you gotta kind of like Dyrdek. You gotta put money into the business. You know,
Right.
your sponsors. Like you want to buy into the company or somehow or something.
But some
like
people
that's
just
the only
want to
way.
skate, dude. Some people don't mind that.
That's it.
Living,
And then
you know,
like there's like a
you could probably make $50,000 a year being a professional
Evan
skateboarder,
Smith
just like
is like a dude who like
skating.
came from Orlando. He was like fucking or not him. There's another guy lives in like his van or something.
As Ortiz, you know, there's a
Yeah.
lot of them, bro, that's come up and really done it. I just love it, but I was at a point in middle school, bro, where I was like, okay, I don't know what I want to do with my life. Everyone's told me you can do whatever you want. That might have been the wrong thing to tell me because I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up to this day.
It's not, you know.
But I knew
Hey, you can be whatever you want,
dangerous,
honestly.
I
but
knew
you know,
there was
it's
only
on
a
how
few
you-
people making great money off skateboarding. There's a few people making NBA money, but there's a college for basketball. I can go play college. I can't go to college for skateboarding. So and I broke my foot skating in my backyard. I used to have a backyard skate park. You might have even heard about it, dog. A 9-foot half pipe and a mini pipe, literally in the backyard. My dad
Yeah?
built it all. Shout out to my pops. Yeah, we used to go crazy. Tim Coolis, all these guys. Jim Johnson used to
Really?
come over. Oh yeah.
Damn.
And when I broke my foot, I had to make it. I'm out for school now. I can't play ball. So I made a decision. All right, let me focus more on basketball.
Right.
Right.
And I still skated just for fun. I think it helped me with my
Balance and
balance. Oh yeah,
Right.
just my skill, just my
hand-eye
earlier,
coordination.
cardio, man. As we said earlier,
Cardio.
there's one of the only sports that there's very few sports that you play for 8 hours. You know what I mean? Like extreme sports that you go, even snowboarding, you go maybe out to the hill or something. You do a couple. I mean, I guess you probably go all day, but skateboarding.
Oh, that's a lot of going
You
up a
don't
hill.
gotta go up, but you know, I mean, you're fucking skating for 8 hours. The cardio, of this man, I'm telling you,
Hand-eye
I've left
coordination is
sessions
off the charts.
5-hour sessions
exactly.
and had to change 4 shirts. You know what I mean?
and you're
Like,
skating in fucking jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
you
what
have.
I'm
Well, you have
saying?
to.
me and Cody were gym shorts, long socks. We were kind of a different swag.
Yeah.
Dog.
See, our swag was like you had to look cool if you did a kickflip over a four stair, and they're like, "Damn, was that a Think shirt he had on? That was awesome, man."
Oh, shout out Think, man.
You
That
know,
was tight.
Right.
was
yeah,
that a Dark Star shirt he tray flipped in? I want to buy that tomorrow now. That's how I bought it. CCS, dude. My favorite skateboarders.
Yeah, all
or
you
something.
did, like like you said, I remember back in the day, man. I used to run. So Rob Perkins, which we had on the podcast as well, like our third or second guest, right?
He's up there.
Shout out to him. He's one of my fucking mentors in life, and he owned Undercover Skate Shop, and I ran it. You know, and I was there every day. And I remember all you cats coming in, Cody Maitland too, you know, building the completes. And man, to see you guys like grow up and just be the fucking absolute most shredders, man, is pretty cool. And then to the cage,
Right.
dude, Cody.
Right. Making moves.
God
Real
dang,
moves.
last week Cody put the fucking
Oh,
beat
man.
down on Buddy, man.
Love to see that, dog. But yeah, after middle school, I just had to make a choice: basketball or skateboard, and I chose basketball. Played all through high school.
What position did you play?
Shooting guard. I didn't get tall until after my senior year.
Man,
so
that's-
throughout high school, middle school, I was only like 5'10", maybe 5'9".
Damn.
I blew up.
So you got to have handles and be able to shoot a
handles,
three.
and I could definitely shoot that bitch. Grew up at Sportsman's at the park, so I was a quiet hooper.
Yeah.
A lot of loud guys got beat up. A lot of loud guys got, handled out there. So
For
I
real.
learned not to talk too loud. Let my game talk.
Your
for
game
me.
talk, yeah.
I was always humble, did the right thing. Shout out to my high school coach. He was very good at showing a foundation, how you buy into the squad. So I was always a good player. I didn't become. People in the city might know who I am from basketball.
Oh, you can hoop. You can hoop.
Right. That didn't
like,
come
and
around.
I seen that little clip on. She was like, "Yeah, you can hoop." I was like, "This, don't sleep on my dog because he can fucking hoop." And I'm telling you like this: I'm 6'6", and my boy can pipe better than me.
Pause.
He can. I could dunk. He can dunk better than me, and you could just all around hoop. I've seen, and that's what I was gonna say earlier. I wanted to be like, hey man, I've been trying to put this little thing together, like a 2-on-2 tournament for podcasters, influencers, artists, DJs, whatever in the South Florida region,
and the kids for the kids too.
And maybe we all do like some money to join. Pay some money to get in, and then we do the proceeds. My original idea was try to push the proceeds towards some rundown hoops in Fort Pierce.
Right.
They put nets on rims and stuff.
Right, because they're neglected. You know what I mean? Like, how many rims do you see? Even if they're
pressure wash them or something.
Like maybe we could buy nets and just go around, put them up, even if it's not on the dollar of the city or whatever. Maybe we bring a 6-foot ladder and we put a net on.
Pressure wash the courts, repaint it or whatever.
Something like that.
That's kind of cool.
And I had some people come out to the first event. Touch Flow, T-Lion. T-Lion was out there. Cody Hoax came out. Cause I Can. I had some, a lot of people come out there.
The Jerks, all of them.
Yeah, the Jerk. I had everybody come out, and me and you would fucking throw down. It would be game over.
I love how you didn't invite me to play. I could play too. I'm a great rebounder, dude. I could rebound. I could box out. I could jump. Like I don't.
We might do a 3-on-3 or something.
Do you know who Bill Lambier is? Like Bill Lambier.
We need to do a dunk contest. Though,
I could play that guy.
Dunk contest.
Man, I seen it. Boy got some moves, huh?
Yeah, it took a long time. Like I even thought about doing like a dunk class and teaching because I don't have big hands. I've never been able to grip the ball, so I've taught myself how to kind of gather myself really well. If anybody likes basketball, Zach LaVine, that was kind of who I kind of emulated.
Okay,
it seemed like jumping wide. Zach LaVine.
He is lengthy. He's a lengthy guy.
Shout out to him.
You seen that new blue-haired cat that can just fucking
the white dude?
Oh
yeah. Ridiculous.
Killed something. Yep, I've seen him.
I know.
I'd like to see him play though, because that's one thing. Like I wasn't a dunker. There's some people out here
that just do dunking.
That's just a dunker.
For sure.
And you might be trash. And shout out to you.
It's a skill in its own, but at the same time, like that's what knowledge on the court is. Everything. You know what I mean? Like,
IQ.
And as a basketball player that's played in college and shit, you'll see a lot of in the layup lines, motherfuckers looking like LeBron, crazy dunks, and they didn't play. Or they're not that good. So.
Or they don't know
fundamentals.
Or they don't
always stick to fundamentals.
Yeah, or if you don't know the IQ, if you don't know the basic game of basketball, sometimes it's very, letdown. Like you could be tall and everything, but if you don't realize, like, don't shoot that ball in this time, like your IQ's low, then you're really a detrimental to the team at that point.
Setting screens. There's a lot to go, behind a team. It's a team. You know what I mean? So
definitely a team game. There's taught me a lot in life. I attribute basketball to a lot of things. Like I said, I wasn't always good. I became very good.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just I was gifted. I was born with it. I earned it. I worked at it. I let a chip. I was the white boy. I was too skinny.
Always.
I was coaches telling me you too small, you too skinny. But if they're not scoring 4 times on me in a row, I don't want to hear it. If he does that, get me out the game, coach.
Yeah.
But don't let the look affect the outcome.
Exactly. I tell a story all the time. Dan McCarty and I made the team, but I had to wear I wore rainbow. So it's not that I had to, but I did. I was consulting with my stepdad at the time. I'm like, man, obviously, where Dan McCarty is in a predominantly black neighborhood and Fort Pierce. So I had to show out because these boys can hoop. So I wore some bright ass socks, but and I had a great day. Really, the bright ass socks did it for me because they're like the bright ass socks guy. But I was hooping too. So but that's how I made the team. Like at the time, I don't want to say I don't even want to be like that, but I had to show out. Because it wasn't
be like that, dude. Be like that. Come on.
In the eye of everyone, belong there. I didn't belong there.
But you had to show out,
And I did. And then high school, I made varsity freshman year. And same as you, 9th to 10th grade, I grew. I had stretch marks from growing so much. I'm 6'6" now. I was maybe 5. 5'7" or something. I wasn't tall in 9th grade, and I made point guard. That's my position as point guard.
Right.
I'm 6'6" now. That's how the shit flipped. I didn't, and you know what's crazy is I did the opposite. I played basketball my whole life. Baseball, football, basketball.
He came out the womb with a basketball.
School, I did 1 year of high school, and then I didn't like it. I went to skateboarding. I switched. So about 15, I started skateboarding. So 15, I started skateboarding about like 14, 15, maybe 13, like here and there. But I was still doing basketball. But originally, like actually transitioned to really like breaking it down with skateboarding around like 15. Yeah, so
man, it
was like
skateboarding.
Yeah, the switch is different, you know.
Who was your favorite basketball players growing up?
Kobe all day. What the fuck? And I don't even mean to jump on a bandwagon. My dog's name is Kobe. I grew up in that time. You know what I mean? Kobe was a shit. I liked grabbing the ball and riding. Allen Iverson was a fucking hooper.
Yeah, you don't have to say Kobe like you defended. Like,
I'm sorry.
Vince Carter, the real days.
Hey, yes, sir. And I always, and this is a big thing. I've said this on the podcast before. I've always wanted to. Basketball was my whole life. Like I said, I grew up playing basketball. I wanted to play on the Carolina Tar Heels. Wow. I wanted to go so bad. Vince Carter, Michael Jordan, obviously, but Joseph Forte.
Name another.
Forte was a monster. And these are dudes that I watched the team for a long time. And
James Worthy.
Okay.
Old school.
Okay.
There's a lot of North Carolina and Duke and UCLA. They produce a lot of really good basketball players. You know. But, UConn as well.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to sports, man. Hey, and when it gets to time, we wanted to do trivia tonight.
Shout out
he
to
might
sports.
Go. I don't know if you want to go or not, but
yeah, definitely. Man.
There's
I hear they're the fucking reigning champions.
Champions,
2-time back to bite.
Bite to bite. Plies said it.
It happens.
What is it? You guys, I've noticed you guys like history. You guys are always popping off this dude, this date, this year. I can't really do shit like that.
Yeah, so
that's probably my autism kicking in.
It is weird that we know, and that's kind of the preference of the podcast. Really, it's like we just get drunk and talk about some stupid shit that we know. That's kind of silly almost, but really, it's some history. It'll be some like wacky fucking shit that you don't know or something. Yeah. And we just incorporated like. Basically, if you ever like want to hear what men talk about when they sit at the bar and drink, like in just a conversation, right? That's what it is. And
this is what the idea is built off. Is like you ever go to a bar and have a great conversation with some random drunk dude, and they're like, "Wow, I think I learned a lot from that guy."
And it wasn't like all the best shit, but it was like I learned some shit.
Yeah, definitely learned some shit, dog. I'll tell you.
All right, well we're gonna take a little break, man, and we'll come back for the last segment. Huh?
Holla at your boys. Let's do it.
What's up, everybody? Howdy. How we doing? Whiskey Wonders, Wydoe podcast in the building.
Big collaboration.
Man, it is a big collab. My next really question was I wanted to see like what made you like start podcasting in the first place, you know?
I've always been I've always liked to ask questions. Even riding in the truck with my dad, he used to be like, "Shut up, stop asking questions," because I just love to ask them.
That's a good
why,
point.
how, what if?
Yeah.
All of them.
I get that.
And like I said, I made music to literally, I was pretty good at it. I knew I was good. I treated it as a sport. I could rhyme words, understood how to rhyme words, put it on the beat, make it make sense about them, rap battle, make fun of them. I was just good at it.
Right.
But I didn't rap because I wrote every day. It's just my thing. Some people are like that, and I didn't want to discredit those people by calling myself a rapper or artist because that's just not me.
Yeah.
I only did it to get a platform, to get a voice. That way people would listen to me.
Yeah.
I could impact the kids, to basically be the voice and the person I wish I could have heard and looked up to when I was young. Right. And that looked like me and did the things I did. And I'm invited to the barbecue. I'm out there. I'm a little different kind of a white boy than most. than most. I'll just say that. But so then once I saw the podcast world blowing up, I was like, man, I'm all into it.
It was the avenue to obviously take. Yeah, I mean, like,
especially for questions, dude. Like, I love answering questions. I do the same thing, asking questions. It's just like the funny aspect. Like people, and it's funny when I ask questions, people think there's always a wrong and right answer. And I'm like, dude, I'm not judging. I'm literally just asking. Like every time they give me an answer, they feel like they have to defend it, and like I hate that feeling for a person. Like you don't defend nothing. Just say it. A
quick story. It's crazy. So like I told you guys, make music. I was Wydoe, became Wydoe. That's my rap name in high school. When I came back from college the first year, I made my first 3 songs.
Okay.
I went back to college the second year. Now I'm a rapper almost, right? Known locally in my city. A lot of people liked it. My first video we did 30,000 views. We're
wow, yeah.
and we're doing
there you go.
That's dope.
Sleep, the music video. A lot of people know Sleep and shit. So Young Wydoe was dope. I knew and I'm not big on myself.
It was Young Wydoe or Wydoe?
Just Wydoe. I'm just young.
I like
Wydoe.
Young
I call
Wydoe though.
myself
That's tight.
He's talking to the third person right now.
Hey, okay.
I'm not big on myself. I'm not a braggadocious, boost myself. I'm not going to come tell you I'm the shit, I'm the biggest dog, which you need that to be successful in rap game. You really kind of do almost.
I mean, you need more so skill because I don't think J. Cole does it too much.
Yeah, but he's
but he
established
has to tell
himself.
himself that.
Yeah.
He tells himself I'm in a different lane, I'm different. Like I said,
No,
it's not what I
yeah,
love
you
to do
gotta
every
have
day,
some. You gotta have some sort of confidence.
When
too,
other
yeah.
people tell me I heard your shit, you're Wydoe, I watched you perform, that's what gets me going. Not
That is
5,000
dope.
likes, but 5 people in the store to stop me.
Yeah,
so
that
I'm in
is
college
dope.
one day. This is my second year going back. We're playing
Sophomore.
I always forget. I got to call my brother Alan. He knows exactly where we're at. I think we're in Mass. We're in Massachusetts playing. Daniel Webster. And during the game, obviously the crowd, we're at a away game. They will chant, Wyatt. My real name's Wyatt. So they'll say, Wyatt, what's wrong with your knee if I have a knee pad? Just talking shit to you. For some reason, they're saying Wydoe. Wydoe, Wydoe. I'm like, how the fuck do they know Wydoe? It wouldn't say that on my roster. You'd see my real name. How do they know Wydoe? And we win the game. They're talking the whole time. At the end of the game, about 6 to 9 of them come off the stands. Wydoe, Wydoe, to meet me at half court. My boy's like, go up to him. I went over to him. They're like, bro, what up? We're big fans of the music. We played at every fucking party.
Damn,
We played Post Malone and you.
And not in Connecticut. This is an away game.
Massachusetts. I'm a Florida boy.
Right.
Even in Connecticut, I'm a whole new person.
Yeah.
People love me. I'm the Florida Wydoe, but I wasn't Wydoe. You know what I mean?
I could see like if you're at a home game too, like in your own school, people might know, but you're on an away game in a different state.
Where's Hammer? That's the dude that was on the song. Shout out to Hammer with me. But I'm like, he's in fucking Florida, baby. What you think this is? But that moment right there was huge to me to have people I didn't know genuinely come on the court and come tell me, I like your music. We played at every party.
That's
and
tight.
I'm like, damn.
That's a good feeling, man. Yeah.
That's how I feel about comedy too. When I do comedy, like even though if I do it for like fucking 12 to fucking 50 to 100 people, if like I like someone will come and recognize me somewhere and they'll be like, "You do comedy, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "I've seen your stuff. You're pretty funny." I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome," because like I don't know you at all, and like I just know if you get those first 2 things right, you're like, "Oh, you do comedy?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "You live around? You do it locally here?" I'm like, "Yep." She's like, "I've seen you before. You're funny." I'm like, "That's cool," And like,
if y'all don't mind, man, I appreciate y'all having me on the Whiskey Wonders podcast. Like y'all know, I just love asking questions. We feeling good right now. Just questions popping up.
Get it.
Cory, man, I gotta ask Cory. Listen, dog.
Whiskey Wonders, 2 Corys, bang.
I already asked you a few of the Wydoe special questions. I'm gonna ask your boy a couple of them, and I got one for you.
Okay.
Cory with the polo, with the bolo.
Oh, the bolo polo, Cory.
Damn, that would have been
You stuck on an island for 1 month. You only picked 3 artists to listen to outside the Palm Beach speakers. I went Palm Tree and Palm Beach.
It's the
You on
whiskey.
an island
It
for
happens.
1 month alone, and only could pick 3 artists to play outside the Palm Tree speakers. Who are you picking?
Do I get all their discography? Every song they ever put
There's
out?
3 artists. Anything you got.
Everything.
Only 3 people you hear out the speakers. Whatever they got on.
But I can hear all their music. All their music. All right.
I don't like the one album bullshit.
Yeah,
3
yeah,
artists.
yeah. 3 artists.
That.
Okay, cool. That's why I had to specify because it happens to me all the time. For one, I'd probably have to do Chief Keef. That sounds so. That would be my rap.
Yo, he loves Chief Keef. My man love it.
Dude, Chief Keef has so many songs, and I know like I've heard them all, and like discography. That's my rap thing.
That's the
And,
first
like,
person I ever heard bring up Sosa, bro. I just want to say thank you on behalf
Oh,
of somebody that
I
came
love
up on
Chief
Sosa.
He
Keef.
loves them. He plays them all the time.
I know all his songs almost. I know he
I
has.
just got to deal with it.
I love Chief Keef. Yeah,
I do
shout out to
love
him.
him, but like, man, he plays
But
songs that like
He's
not
got
the good ones.
He's
like,
got a lot of songs,
He
dude.
got so many songs that he look. It sounds like he did them on like the iMac and did them in one night.
He
and
did,
didn't,
bro.
And didn't mix and master them and just uploaded them.
He was 16, 14 when he put his first album
You
out.
almighty so, bro.
I'm not
Almighty
hating on
Soul,
him. I'm
man.
just saying Cory will bump them so loud in the car.
I
It's
do.
just-
I do love, and like I'm thinking like discography too. He's got so many songs too, so many songs. Like if you're gonna do Polo G, who Chief Keef actually inspired to do rap music, he's only probably got like a couple mixtapes. Or
Polo
Gucci
G's
Man,
good, though.
Gucci Man's another one. Like so many
Your
songs.
number 2? Is Gucci your number 2?
He might be now that I said that. I could go Lil Wayne, but whose voice do I like better than that?
Lil Wayne has to be one of them with as much music and being the GOAT.
Yeah,
I would probably say that. I mean,
I would go Gucci Man.
I would say like right now, I would be pretty annoyed with Lil Wayne on an island because I've already listened to him so much.
Yeah,
But
Right.
probably not also because he is. I mean, if you're getting hyped,
I think Gucci Man too. All right, so I take that back. I'm gonna say No Effects then. just because I want to say Chief Keef, No Effects. They have a good discography.
Chief
Switch
Keef,
it up a little
no
bit.
XX, no FX, sorry.
And then my third one, I gotta be soft with it. I wanted to say something like the Delphonics or like Smokey Robinson. Something soulful, something like I need balance. I'm on an island, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit.
I get you.
Corey brought fucking David Bowie on his third, dog.
See, that's another. He's got a pretty good discography, but a lot of his songs could like kind of miss with me, you know.
I love David though, and you could go.
You call him David. You don't. You gotta.
Oh, I know him personally, dog.
Seriously.
Different connection, okay? You don't reach that. You reach that achievement now.
I call him David now.
Another one I got for you, Corey, dog.
David.
You guys can both chime in on this. You just mentioned comedy. Are you a comic? You doing comedy?
I'm inspiring. I'm
I would say he's a comic. He's performed at the West Palm Improv
one time. It was awesome.
I mean, hey,
it only takes one.
And
it was my first time too.
And here's the thing, like there's got to be to step up there. I've done it once, and to get up there and do it.
He's done it once, yeah.
It takes a lot. Like I've also stepped in the cage once. It takes a lot.
Yeah,
to do
I can't
these
do
certain
that.
things, right?
I probably could.
And you only know them once you do them. Like you think about it and you like think like, man, that's cool as a comic, but like, dude, go up there and like tell a joke.
And then have no one laugh at you.
Bomb, you know?
Yeah, have no one laugh at you.
And he does it every week. He does it every fucking week. So shout out to him because he is a comic. Don't get that shit twisted. Don't. He's being humble right now. You are a comic. Someone that if you practice something right weekly,
so it's alright if I say
multiple times a week, you would call yourself that, right?
That's right.
I would say you're a comic.
Why would you tell yourself?
Don't discredit yourself.
Okay.
So which one are you more behind, the Whiskey Wonders podcast or your comic career? No bias here, but for my question.
I shut my eyes.
For my question. All right, matter of fact, fuck it. You can answer this question however you want, whether it's the comic version or the Whiskey Wonders. I want to ask both of you guys. If I could offer both Corys, start with Bowie first and we'll work down to me. If I could offer you an additional 5,000 followers on Instagram to your personal page for comic or the Whiskey Wonders podcast, or would you rather go perform in front of 500 people live? Oh, man. 500 live to see you, or 5,000 additional followers on social media?
500 people would see me live.
Yep.
And then, or they follow me.
You get one choice. It's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow you're either going to wake up with 5,000 additional followers, or tomorrow you have an event to perform in front of 500 people live. Guaranteed.
Oh man, 500 people live. Oh man. I'm
really glad you said that because I was really hoping that because I would want that for you.
Answers. I've heard both.
Yeah,
I would want that for you.
I would think because like we could do a podcast right after I do that. We could do both. I would want that for you. I love both because they both intertwine my life, and I honestly give them as much time as I can. I do it in my free time.
Whiskey
I work 48 hours a week almost something, you know, like, and every time I get one day off is Monday. Do it with my podcast, practice with my band. Shout out Dirty Crumb Bums. Follow that too, and then like fucking, I hang out with this guy. It's like one of my best friends. We do a podcast together, and like we hang out one day a week, and it's this week, you know.
Are you gonna cheers? I knew it.
Cheers.
You can cheers me the whole bottle.
As you should, dog.
Can't be mad at it, but yeah, like I think we're balanced enough to where like, let's do a comedy show for 500. Bring this set up right after the comedy show, and just fucking have random people that thought I was funny on it. Why not?
Nice.
Drinking whiskey. Like, hey, do you like drinking whiskey? We'll find that one drunk that comes over like, y'all got free whiskey. We're like, you sit and talking to this microphone, and then he ends up robbing us actually. And the night was horrible. And now like he has a gun to our throat. Like, why do we invite this guy on our podcast? What happened?
Wait, what?
I got a little dark there again.
Yeah, he went rogue. Normally Corey goes rogue sometimes after the whiskey sets in.
Yeah, hey, man, that's what the questions will do to you. You know what I mean? It'll put you in a certain mode.
Man,
Sazerac ride, baby.
So I got like you've been to a golf course at this point lately and just getting really good at golf. I love the videos you're doing.
Wait,
but like,
so he's golfing at the golf course? You're not like,
nope.
He's like, so you've been going to a lot of golf courses?
I've been there and I was playing golf.
I was trying to be funny about it. Thanks, buddy.
No, it was funny.
Man, definitely. I see that par 5.
Yeah, bro. Par 5, I got it in 4, which is now a birdie.
Birdie.
Okay, I didn't even know the terms.
Terminology.
Yeah,
you out there.
I'm getting here.
You thought you were to the top of the key.
Corey obviously knows nothing about golf.
If you did something like if you incorporated basketball
to the golf, and that's what I hate. Like when the dude was trying to teach me some golf shit, and he's like, "You play basketball? Okay, well, just think." I'm like, "Yo,
Jordan or LeBron?"
Because I'm in real world. past, you know what I'm saying, I've been a physical labor working guy. I've been a foreman. I've been a manager all the time. So I know how to teach people really well. And I hate analogies too much. Just because I played basketball, I don't need you to fucking convert golf.
Yeah, is it mansplaining it to me or something?
Dog,
like, yeah. Shit.
Okay, well, just think about your jump shot. That ain't a jump shot, bro.
Yeah.
Shut up. Tell me how to do what you do, and I'll fucking
That's a base. If anything, that's
figure it out here. So I've been self-taught
so
by
you're
YouTube.
physical. You like to learn from physical, like watching.
Why not?
More so. Because I'm the same way. I can like. And
I'm a kind of teacher, bro.
I'm not gonna watch golf.
I want to learn how to shoot the ball. I'm gonna say, all right, Corey, go ahead. I'm gonna watch you for 5 minutes. Now I have something to teach on.
What if he sucks?
I don't like. Go ahead and I'm gonna teach you how to shoot, Corey. You shoot one time, and I'm already talking to you.
Right.
No, do this. There's a thing called over teaching. Too much. Then you're just noise.
It's
then
like micromanaging.
I know I'm mad at myself. It's not working. Just get out of here.
Just give me a beer.
It needs to be honest, constructive criticism to the person. Let them know, hey, man, you're sucking right now. But you can be good.
Well,
and this is how we're going to get good. Tweak this, tweak that.
Right. And the only way to tweak this, tweak that would be to, like you said, watch them for 15 minutes. Because, like, if you know someone's watching you, anyone that plays sports or do anything, like, you know that you're not always on point every single time when someone's watching you.
Right,
you start getting to your thoughts of other things. You can naturally
you've had better games.
So if you watch somebody actually hit a stroke and then, okay, this one they're off, this one off, you start to develop, you could see a habit. You know what I mean? So then you'll be like, okay, now I see. But like, you won't see a habit in 2 shots, or you won't see the real shot in 2 shots. At the fair, when they tell you hit it, bitch, I hit that shot all day, but I'll miss at the fair. Like, god damn it! And my daughter's like, I could have got that damn teddy bear, you bitch.
Fair games are rigged though.
Last fair, so shout out me because
shout out, man.
They bent the rim, and I feel like they're smaller.
All right, take it. It's all right. It's fine, dude.
They're smaller.
He's fine. You're fine. It's okay.
The rims are smaller at the fair.
It's okay.
Tell my daughter that.
Look at me. Look at me. Ooh. Ooh. There you go. You hit the table. You hit the table. Ooh. All right. Let this ass right.
Sponsored by Sprite.
Pending trading.
Fucking thirst, okay.
Do they still have that? Is that the solo thing?
I don't know. That was the best commercials, though, right? To quench the thirst thing. And it's like, okay, it's the worst thing you'd ever want to go drink. It's Sprite fresh off the basketball
court.
Right,
yeah, no. LeBron swigs it right after dunking. Yeah, no.
I would burp so hard if I drink that.
Also, LeBron, he's got indigestion. I know it. He's not swigging a Sprite. So, listen,
LeBron James spends $1 million a year on his body.
I mean, he's fucking probably endorsed.
If I was paying $1 million, if I was paying $1 million a year on my body and I have indigestion, I want my money back.
I mean, I don't know. You probably have it. Your body just goes. You know, you don't get to call it. I guess Botox in your lungs or something. I don't think that's a thing. So what do you got for the future, man? Wydoe podcast. You got some guests that you want to have on. You got some future plans that you have. You know what I mean? I don't want to you set you off too much and tell the people too much, but like, what do you got in the future for it, man? I know you're kind of. How long have you been doing it, and what's in the future?
Shit, I've been doing it for podcasting about a year now. I was doing everything out of my house, out of my room, kind of live streaming shows. And as you see now, I mean, I appreciate you guys coming into my house.
Of course. Hey, thank you for having us, man.
Thank you for having us. FWMB Studios, forever with my brothers. Shout out to Chance. Shout out to Q, man.
Shout out these cats for sure, man. And thank you for having us.
So you're going to see a lot more of me here. A lot more of you guys here.
Hopefully,
be here, fight, companions coming up, UFC, you already know. But basically, anybody that wants to work, that wants to come through to the podcast, get you a shoot, you can come through with me. On your own terms. I'm going to have a lot of big guests. I got some guests, brother. I always say, if I told you wouldn't believe me, so I can't really say their names and shit.
Yeah,
but a lot of people are coming through. There's also going to be a thing that I'm going to be doing a lot. I know you've seen me on the ocean by the river, almost like Where's Waldo. It's going to be Where's Wydoe.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was going to say, man, that's a beautiful thing. You just pop up wherever, and that's working, man. That's what people don't understand behind the scenes, man. Like, you got to bring these. First of all, come up with the idea, go to the spot, bring the thing, set up, do it. To come up with the idea is one thing. To actually go do it is another. So shout out to you for actually doing it, man. I've seen you set up and do your thing. And I've been doing it, just as long. But I even feel inspired, just watching your most recent stuff. So
I appreciate that.
That's what it's
about. I just
about.
want to be a local showcase, to be kind of the person that everyone goes to see what's going on locally. As you see, man, shout out to Trap on Wheels, the brand. I got a bunch of people that I'm going to be rocking with me. Anybody wants to move forward as a sponsor, you can come connect with me, connect with us. and we'll push your shit as we push forward, man. I feel like my whole goal here is to change the world. And I realize you got to change your world before you can change the world. So I've tried to change mine as much as I can, and now we're here to.
And then you got to push it out. And then the thing is, like, you know, if you can change it all you want, but if you don't show, and I mean, and it's not like just putting it on display, but if you think that you're doing something special, man, which I think we are, man, I think we're doing something to display. So let's do it. Let's show people, you know. I
feel like any art is not bad art, you know. The people need to be more artful.
Creative, man. You can be creative anyway, and this is what we're teaching you. You know what I mean? In any way, and you can even inform people from any way. You know what I mean? We get drunk and listen and drink whiskey, but we're
not drunk. Allegedly.
I mean, I know you've seen the bottle in the beginning of the podcast.
We don't have problems. We don't have problems. It's fine. You know, we're cool.
Yeah,
that was caramel syrup.
What I'm saying is you can even take a few sips and be silly and drink with your boys and inform people on some knowledge and talk to people and you know, maybe they didn't know something before. Right. They'll take some little, even if they take a grain of knowledge from it, man, we did our job. So
we did our job, man. We succeed. You know, I'm a big personal advocate for men's mental health. You know what I mean?
Yes,
talking
sir.
to your boys, talking to everybody. You know, I've lost a great friend to me in the past year due to suicide. So I'm big on just kind of doing shit like this. Even though we're just talking to ourselves, just us right here, a lot of people will watch this.
Right.
And I used to make my videos talking about that, just talking to the world.
Yeah.
Who
knows who's gonna see it? You know?
I didn't think one of my boys was watching my show. You know, I didn't take it. I wasn't speaking to the mics like I was speaking to one of my boys. I was just talking to YouTube. So when we have these real convos that are super real, bro, learning about each other, having fun, having a laugh, it's just really impactful, not only for us right here, because I had a great day today, bro. I had a great night.
Yeah,
anybody that watches this will feel the same vibe and know that they can just pick up the phone and go find their two Corys. Yep. Go find their boy that they've been with. Go find their Wydoe, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Call them up, man. Don't wait, because tomorrow's not promised, but if it comes, it's going to be beautiful, right? We're even getting fucking motivational speech side.
I know. I
appreciate y'all having me on so much.
Hey, I appreciate you having us here and coming on doing a little collab show with us, man. Because
first of many,
you got some knowledge to drop, and I feel like it's important, man, to platform that, man. As a young philosopher.
Amateur.
As Max said, all my homies philosophers.
Let me ask one more quick question, then we'll end it on this, right? Philosophers, Aristotle's or Plato?
See, I like Plato a lot because he's the last person to talk about Atlantis. I really like the idea of Atlantis. Shout out to Graham Hancock. I'm big on the lost civilizations. I think a lot of Egypt, a lot of the places that we've seen weren't built when the books told us they were built.
Yeah.
A lot more meaning to the shit.
It's kind of it's like how that happened. Like, it just happened, leave it alone. But like someone else is telling you how it happened or how it could have happened.
Right. Shout out to my mom. I'll end with this. My mom's a 2-time stage 4 cancer survivor at this point.
Shout out moms,
and one thing that she has said to me and taught me as her own philosopher is the best things in life are free. And I'll end on that and just say that even being with her, getting her chemo treatments, you can see, and I realized, okay, my mom especially has cancer, the world's ending. I walk in and there's 20 people in there. It's happening to a lot of people. It's just a thing. And you can see the different emotions. You can see the different types of people and what they're going through. Oh, I hate life. Why is this me? There's some that are, well, I hope it's the best. Some are saying, I got 4 kids. I got no choice. What are you doing, Doc? What's on the schedule today? I got to live. My mom was kind of one of those, and just appreciate, wow, why, look, they put us right on the water. We could see the river. She's happy she could see the river.
Yeah, right.
Not upset that what she's
little
doing.
victories
It's a
almost.
Little fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to see that, you know, growing up, you want money, you want to be rich, but it's like, damn, I get that sunset every day. In Florida, I get to see
you. Wake up, man, you know.
We get to see
a lot of people don't realize that you won the biggest lottery of all fucking time, just being a human being.
Being alive, making it.
You know? Like, think about the odds. You know, you buy a scratch off, you try to hit the lottery every day, and I know that you think of the odds, man. Think of those odds. Think of those odds. And you think about every day. That is impossible almost in your head, right? No way. But I'm going to try.
I'm going to try it.
Right?
Just in case.
Okay. Those odds times probably fucking 10, 15 million is your odds to be a fucking actual human being, and you made it.
Fact.
So you
Yeah,
won the biggest lottery of all
throwing a lot
time.
of numbers out there, but I
don't know the statistics.
I get what
on
you're
the
saying.
actual
Yeah.
number, you know.
Yeah.
You want me to say, you know,
we'll do some research. We'll bring it
but
back.
you know,
on the next
hey,
episode.
I don't know if there's even a statistic
I think
or number
four
for
fifths
that,
four fifths of it we could do. I think four.
But do you understand? You know what I mean? Like that's the biggest lottery of all time.
That was, man.
You know what I mean?
I can't. Yeah, we got to end on that. That's such a positive note, boys. Hey, man.
Hey, shout out to winning the lottery originally. The
lottery of life.
Lottery of life, man. Whiskey Wonders dropping knowledge on you guys.
If you guys want to catch Cory, obviously doing some comedy every Tuesday at the office.
Funny Farm.
You want to plug anything, man?
Dirty Crumb Bums.
At Wydoe, YouTube Wydoe Podcast. If you want to find my music, everything Wydoe, YWYDOE.
Man, shout out to you guys for having us here, man. Really.
Shout out to FWMB Studios, forever with my brothers, man.
For sure.
Right, man.
Yeah.
Man, cheers, boys.
Night, everyone.